What's up? What's going on, football people, football fans? What's going on with y'all deep into the season? Y'all know who this is, the Black Quarterback Forum, Black QBs in Effect.com website. And you can see some of the jerseys behind me. Those are the four black quarterbacks that's in the playoffs. You got Jalen Hurts over there on TV. I couldn't hang all of them on the mirror in my closet. You see Jordan Love, Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud and them. They got different looking jerseys these days. But those are the four that's currently in the playoffs at the moment with 4 games left. So we shall see what happens, man, as we go down the stretch here. And y'all know, if anybody watching my videos, which a lot of people haven't, it's all good. I just talk about the Black QBs. I don't care about the rest of football from a perspective of just talking about it. I mean, I watched the games and there was some crazy stuff happening in the games, man. But with it only being 4 black quarterbacks at one, I had to post pictures of people making catches. It was some. I got the picture of Puka out there, Puka Nakua from 2 weeks ago. That catch was. I'm a former wide receiver in high school. Never went to college, but I played in high school. Had some highlights, and man, that was a hell of a catch. I guess having big hands helps in the gloves, but that was a hell of a one-handed catch. And then the dude from the Redskins had one. The Redskins, the Commanders had one. He was like stretched out, falling backwards, man. I mean, it's unbelievable. These cats is catching the ball like crazy. You know what I mean? This dude at work was talking about the big talk receiver that the Lions had when Matt Stafford was there, Calvin Johnson. And I remember, for all you young people out there, when they first came out with the catch radius, it was based off of Calvin Johnson, okay? Because where he'd catch balls. He was like, 6'4", whatever tall he was. And you just throw the ball anywhere at his radius. And they just showed him catching balls. So, but anyway, there's a little bit of football history for you. The reason I love talking about the black quarterback so much, for all them young people out there, I keep always referencing my age. I'm 61. When I was a young kid, we didn't have all these black quarterbacks in the NFL, okay? So, I'm happy for all y'all. Whatever your favorite team is, no matter how well they do or don't do, in some cases, you know, depending on where you live at, you can root for whatever team you want. I like black guys, I'm gonna root for the black quarterback. So, you know, we got a lot, you know? And it's looking good. We'll see how we shake out this year, but I've been doing this for 3 years where I specifically been talking about the black quarterback. And one of my favorite, the J-Love, they be calling him J-Love. I hate that shit. His name is Jordan Love, not no fucking J-Lo bullshit. What is it, J-Lo 2.0 and shit? Come on. I was named after a fucking bitch, a woman, J-Lo. I mean, come on. Why would they even do that? That's disrespectful to me. Fucking name is Jordan Love. Call him J-Love or Love, but not no J-Lo. No. Anyway, I have said many times, if there's one black quarterback I want to see win Super Bowl, that's Lamar Jackson. But it don't seem like the Ravens going to get anywhere close to Super Bowl this year. Sorry to say. But J-Love, not J-Lo, niggas. Jordan Love. I got to go unearth my videos from 3 years ago when I was talking about him. Because there was a lot of talk coming out about my man Love. And a lot of cats didn't believe in him. But he black. He's got height. And he can throw. So, you need more than that in the NFL. But height helps, okay? Just ask Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray like 5'9", 5'10". He's just too short. But, you know, Jay, I think he's 6'4". I think I was looking. Yeah, he's 6'4". Stands up there strong in the pocket. So I just want to see black quarterbacks play in the Super Bowl and have a chance to win. There's only been, 4 of them? Y'all remember? I got the picture. He's the picture of my Redskin. At the time was the Redskin. Doug Williams, first black quarterback. Then Russell Wilson's days coming close to being over. Then my man Patrick, and then Jalen. Hurts last year. So the thing about football been around. I'm 61. Football, I think it's 2 years. I always call it my younger brother. I think it's 2 years, 59. And 59 years, I believe, right? And we just got 4 black quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl. So anyway, I love talking about them. That's what I do. And one thing I want to mention, my man Shador Sanders, he did lose this week, but he's with the Browns. What a lot of people don't know, I keep forgetting to bring my book up here. Um, the Browns have repped black people, period, since football not began, but when they started integrating black players in, the Browns is one of the teams that said, look, we like what these black guys are doing. I mean, they said it in a nice way, but fuck you if y'all ain't with the brothers. They said it in a nice professional way, but that's pretty much what they said back in the day. I mean, there wasn't no black quarterbacks, it was just black players in general. Because a lot of teams didn't even want black players. And the Browns is like, no, these cats is good. So, hats off to the Browns. I know Shador didn't win this past week, but the Shador Sanders things, he playing for the Browns. I read a lot online, and 50% of the people love him, 50% of the people hate him. Me, he's black, so I want to see him do well. I just want to see him do well. That's all, I don't care how successful or how bad he is. He's got the height, he's got decent size, and we'll see what happens with him. Okay? Looking for my brewski. It's like, man, I ain't on a job for nobody but me right now. I can drink, smoke, whatever the fuck I want. Anyway, back to football. So, man, it's a lot of black quarterbacks that lost this past weekend. So, I didn't know how long this video might be, but we get down. There's 4 games left. So, let me just run over the losers right quick, because I want to spend some time on the winners. I think 3 of them are playoff bound. No, just 2. I'm sorry, just 2. Cam Ward won. I'm just happy for Cam Ward. He ain't won a lot this year, but I think that's his 2nd or 3rd win with Tennessee. Just a second, they beat Cleveland. Speaking of which, like I said, Shador Sanders. Now, I usually haven't been writing down the losing quarterback stats, but I wrote his down because he had a decent game, and I don't know. I didn't see that game from start to finish, but he was 23 for 42, 364 yards. So he 8.7 average, 3 touches, 1 INT. He was sacked 2 times for minus 13 yards. That come off his total yardage. So it was like 350. He had a QBR of 56.0 and a rating of 97.7. If you ever watch any of my videos, I make fun of these ratings, the QBR. This shit is hilarious. I got some more that I'm going to go over with. It's just, I mean, I look, in the first year of me doing this, talking about the black quarterback, I broke down these QBR and the ratings. And you understand what I'm saying when I get to some of the losing quarterbacks and their QBR. I didn't write down all the statistics. I just highlighted some of the QBRs. Okay. So, and Dak lost. Dak threw for 376 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 INTs, but he was sacked a few times, so minus 50 yards. He had 326, but he had a 52 QBR, 52.0, and a rating was. It was one of the rare times when I seen a rating lower than the QBR. The rating was 45.1. I believe. I wrote Golf's name next down to Dak because that might be Golf's QBR. But Golf had 309 yards. The reason I wrote his name next to Golf because in my first year I broke his stats because him and Golf were in the same draft. Golf was number 1, and I think Dak was in the 2nd round or 3rd round or whatever, but he wasn't number 1. Golf has been to a Super Bowl and lost with the Rams. That's why they got rid of him. And he's trying his hardest to get back there with Detroit. But him and Dak, and what kills me as I watch TV, they're always talking about Dak is better. I'm like, okay, well, he ain't proving it on the field, and they ain't won shit. So I'm not hating on him, but I'm just saying, what I forget. It was the week that they went to play the Lions just last week, and they were. This is one show I was watching. And they was comparing. This was before the game. Excuse me. So like tonight, Wednesday, I watched it when I come home, whenever taped it, whatever delayed. Anyway, excuse me. They were talking about Dak and Jared Goff. And I think three other people in the panel picked the Cowboys or picked Dak. And I'm like, well, Dak ain't won shit. But I think one playoff game they beat the Tampa Bay when Brady was at his worst. He was declining as far as a football player. And so they might have one other victory in there in the playoffs, but Goff's been to the Super Bowl. Although he lost, Dak ain't got nowhere close. Anyway, so it just cracks me up. And I always jokingly call Dak the 60, well, he is $60 million, but the $6 million man, Lee Mason. That was the show, before most of you young people out there, y'all don't even know that. But that's why I jokingly call him. Well, he's the 60 million. It's 6 million times 10. You know, he ain't getting the Cowboys nowhere close. And Jerry Jones is just like, that 60 million, I just have to lose. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, he ain't getting your bitches close to the Super Bowl, but he black. So I'm never buying that Dak jersey. I don't want the conversations. I don't feel like hearing all the. I just don't want it. So if Dak go to another team, I'll buy a Dak jersey in a heartbeat, especially for a team I don't have. But sorry. Anyway, moving on to the losers still. Lamar. Now, what was funny with his statistics, I didn't write them all. I don't write all the losers down, but like his QBR and rating were almost exactly the same, which rarely never happens. His QBR was 71.2 and his rating was 71.0. Now, the ratings are usually higher than the QBRs. So that was just interesting. And in a losing effort, you know. But the likely touchdown was a touchdown. They got screwed, my man, the Ravens, you know. And I work with a cat. He's a hardcore Ravens fan, and they don't want to talk. Before, on my Twitter, X timeline, I had all these people from the Ravens talking all this noise. I guess they got quiet. I mean, you know, hey, I love the ball, but I don't love the Ravens. It's not the Black QB for me. Whatever team they play for. But those hardcore Raven fans they just hurting right now. I don't see the quotes from them no more. You know, it used to be all over X, you know, but not anymore. I just ain't got much to say. I always got shit to say. You know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't tied down to one team. And fuck it. If there ain't no black quarterbacks going to the Super Bowl, then, you know, maybe I won't have nothing to say. But until such time, I think somebody's going to come up out of one of the conferences. Man, the Rams, Seattle. If they go to a cold place in the wintertime, how they going to perform? And even the 49ers, right? Purdy, he from out here where I'm in Arizona somewhere. So many people keep telling me went to one of these high schools in the Phoenix area. One of these little towns. Gilbert, some other town, Chandler. Anyway, if he grew up in Arizona, he nice weather. I mean, man, look, when you out there in this, I grew up on the East Coast. So I've played football in cold weather before, and it's not fun. I mean, at the highest level, I'm sure their mentality is like, you just gotta get through it. But if you're from a warm weather place, that could be problems. That's all I'm saying. So we'll see what happens. Oh, we get to some of the work. Geno Smith. Now, look, this is a QBR I do not understand. His QBR was 54, but he had a rating of 92.6. Once again, but in a losing effort, okay? Losing. And Geno and them were like 2 and, played 14 games, 13, 14. They like 2 and 12, whatever. I mean, Caleb, see, he didn't do much. I looked at he had a 40.5 QBR and a rating of 76.6. Now, to me, I don't care what Caleb did in that game. That last pass was not great, but they were still close, much closer. They would have tied it up. Um, to, well, I'll just say winning the game. It was much closer to winning the game than Geno Smith and what did Geno do to get a QBR of 54 and Caleb is only 40? You see what I'm saying? It's some of them sometimes they just don't make no sense. All right, Patrick Mahomes, worst game ever. He had 0 touchdowns and like 3 interceptions, and I think less than 150 yards. I've been hearing a lot about the Texans defense. Are they that good? Patrick don't have nobody to throw to. We knew that at the beginning of the season, and they try to act like Patrick's skills have diminished. You get from man, look, two of my coldest receivers. I'm gonna talk about receivers for a minute, but two of my favorite receivers that I like are the boys in Cincinnati. Those cats, their names will come to me in a second, but those cats are like monsters out there, man. You know, Chase and T. Higgins. I mean, they monsters, man. Just put the ball in their area. Yeah, get off of me, deep. One hand. I mean, Patrick. It ain't like his first couple of years when they had all those weapons. It's a difference when how good your quarterback is. If you ain't got the weapons, people you can depend on. And I looked at the stats, and he's got more rushing yards in the last game. I don't know where he's at for the season because he's a quarterback, so why should he worry about his rushing yards? But he had more rushing yards than any running back they had in the last game. I know Houston defense good, but are they that good? We're going to see. Now, here's one of my favorite brothers, Jacoby Brissett. I'll probably get a jersey of his. He's been playing with a lot of teams, but I ain't got no Cardinals jersey. So I might get the Brissett. I ain't getting a little mighty bite. No, I'm not getting Kyler Murray. No, he's too short. But Jacoby, his QBR is 54.9. He had a rating of 80.8. But they got beat up by the Rams. Rams and Puka. Puka. Oof. What you gonna do? What you gonna say? But Jacoby been putting up numbers. He just haven't won. Jalen Hurts had 4 INTs, I believe I wrote down, and 1 fumble. He's had 5 turnovers altogether. So that was probably his worst game of the year. And look, with his statistics, he still had a QBR 27.3. Now I haven't looked at some QBRs in the past. I didn't write down each one of these. Oh, Jane Daniels, he re-injured himself. He left the game. He had 11.1 QBR. He didn't play. I didn't see the game. I just saw his stats, and he didn't play a lot. Obviously, the stats like he had. So those are the losing quarterback. Oh, Tyrod Taylor, he left too. The game hurt. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 losing black quarterbacks, and only 4 winning. Let's talk about those winners for a minute. My man Cam Ward, I'm happy for him. He's been playing his butt off. I mean, they haven't won a lot of games, but I think they see some potential in him. Get him some weapons, have the offensive line block some, where he can sit back there. He got rocket arm, man. There's one pass that he was highlighting earlier this season. He just threw it like a flipping moon. I mean, So I'm happy for Cam. But he was 14 for 28. He only had 117 yards. Average is only 4.2. This was against the Browns. Browns got good defense. He had 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. He was sacked 1 time for -9 yards. So he just barely had over 100 yards passing. He had a QBR of 19. See, that's 19. So that's what they do to a winning quarterback. But Cam, he just barely threw for 100 yards when you minus the sack yards. He had a rating of 70.1. I mean, shouldn't you just get 50 points for winning? And then on top of everything else, well, no, they were like, no, he played horrible. The team got lucky and won. Tua. Now, y'all know, if you listen to me before, he's Hawaiian, Samoan, but he's more black than he is white. Anyway, I make them jokes. And if you look at his picture I look at it on ESPN, I posted a couple times. They got him a picture. He got a Miami headband on. He got braids. So they've had a rough season. He was 13 for 21, 127 yards. He had 6.0 average downfield, one touchdown, 0 INTs. He was sacked one time for 8 yards. So I come off that total of 127. He had a QBR of 19.1. QBR is brutal, I'm telling you. And he had a rating of 94.7. So that's what I'm saying. See the big difference? It's like 80 points, almost 80-point difference. I mean, really, he played at the QBR level. He played that horrible. Man, it just don't make no sense. Jordan Love, he was 17 for 25, 234 yards, 9.4 average on that ball. He's putting it down the field. It ain't just no dink and dunks. Had 3 touchdowns, 1 INT. Yeah, he was sacked one time for minus 14 yards. So it was like 220. He had a QBR of 78.0, so he must have liked what he was doing. He had a rating of 120.7. Now, from everybody that I talked to about that game, they said the Bears was definitely the more aggressive, the more, how can you say, they were the more upbeat team in the second half. And Caleb, it's got a big learning. You see the jersey back there? Yeah, yeah, that's a big learning lesson for him, So I think Jordan's a little better right now, obviously, even starting a year or two more. I don't always have those exact year. I think just Jordan third year. And this Caleb's second. And my final, just 4 black quarterbacks, still Stroud. He one of the ones that's in the playoffs. They teams in the playoffs as of right now. We'll see what happens after this weekend's games. But CJ was 15 for 31, 203 yards, 6.5 average down the field. He had 1 touchdown, 0 INTs. He was sacked 3 times for minus 17. So that come off at 203 and put him up under 200 yards passing total. He had a QBR of 33.4 and a rating of 80.4. So those are the statistics, which I like to talk about, man. These Black QBs. Oh, yeah, I posted at my website in the commentary about the Packers and they QB, not quest, but just the way they've managed QBs over the last 30 years. They've only had 3 people, okay? 3. Brett Favre, Rodgers, and now Jordan Love. He's 3 years into his however long he stays. And I was about to, he just needs to get one not touchdown, but 1 Super Bowl victory. And he's done the same thing as Favre and Rodgers. Okay? So, we'll see. But they're saying the Packers, which, like I said in the beginning of this video, I gotta go find my videos where when he came out, there was a lot of people in mainstream media, fucking guys with TV shows talking, oh, he's not gonna be that good, and this and that. And look, I said it from day one, just give him a chance to see. He's in Green Bay. Look, the Green Bay peoples, the organizationals, they must know something on how to draft a quarterback, because you can take them and teams like the Jets and the Browns, who, I love the Browns as far as what they've done for the brother, and a couple other teams have had 20, 30 quarterbacks in the same time frame, and the Packers have just had 3. I mean, Favre, he was a beast out there, right? Then come Aaron Rodgers, and now you got Jordan Love. I mean, as a Packer fan, I mean, they ain't won like 10 Super Bowls, but your team competes. So, anyway, people, let's keep up putting on 25 minutes. And, I just love talking about the Black QB, man. It's Black Quarterback Form, baby. Black QBs in Effect.com website. We love them all, no matter what they're doing. There's only one that can win a Super Bowl. I'm talking about quarterbacks in general, not just black guys, obviously. There's only one quarterback, one team is going to win a Super Bowl. Hopefully, he's a black guy. We shall see. What's going on, people?